I sleep halfway through. And I woke up with a sense of clarity. I can never be the one for you. Hey, 'cause I feel better in my own world. Trying to be perfect tends to wear me out. And I've been wondering when this road ends. Tired of being hopeless, paralyzed with doubt. It's like I've been walking on a tightrope, trying to change my mind, but I'm too far to quit. And you can keep your shiny light, 'cause I'm in love with diamonds, we're flawless as it is. Flawless as it is. Flawless as it is. When you're young, the world might break you down. Fell off a couple times, but I'm better now. I found my smile, but it took a little darkness and silence in the middle of the night. I learned to take my time with healing up my mind and knowing it's alright. Oh, 'cause I feel better in my own world. Trying to be perfect tends to wear me out. And I've been wondering when this road ends. Tired of being hopeless, paralyzed with doubt. It's like I've been walking on a tightrope, trying to change my mind, but I'm too far to quit. And you can keep your shiny light, 'cause I'm in love with diamonds, we're flawless as it is. Flawless as it is. Flawless as it is. Oh no, 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 no. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. It's like I've been walking on a tightrope, try to change my mind, but I'm too far to quit. And you can keep your shiny light, 'cause I'm in love with diamonds, we're flawless as it is.
The NBA season may have suspended play, but the 2K community continues to carry teams in MyPlayer Nation. Here's a look at how the season is playing out virtually. We want to hear how you are spending your time in NBA 2K. Share your videos over social using hashtag 2KTVCommunity.
And those are the starting lineups. Lots of interesting matchups tonight. Stick around. We'll be right back with more.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
And coming up in just a bit, tip-off will be live from Salt Lake City as the Jazz go up against the Atlanta Hawks. Looking at the Hawks, it seems as though everything has been a challenge for them this season. And now they find themselves way down there in second to last place in the East. And in this one, a bit of a rarity. Both teams like to slow down the pace and play through half-court sets. Kenny, it's a little bit of a throwback.
Yeah, some games we cover are about who can play faster. But the trends in the NBA are a pendulum. They swing back and forth, and eventually they swing back again.
Kenny, we never play like this. A lot of these teams are just playing follow the leader in terms of play style. But it's usually the innovators that come out on top, a la Golden State.
What are you doing right now?
I'm trying to get my steps up.
Oh, I thought you were a pendulum.
Yes, I am. I'm thanking you for the idea. And see, now I'm feeling very, very
But how
fit.
are you moving only the upper, but how are you getting your steps
Just move
up?
with us so he can stop.
I'm just confusing the watch.
Living life in the street, I might slip out every day, but I won't be a victim.
And in the 7, I'm gonna act up. I'ma need you to back up. I'ma need you to back up. Yep. I'ma need you to back up. Spilling the tea, stirring the cup. I'ma need you to back up. I'ma need you to back up. Yep. And in the 7, I'm.
Hi, everyone. Time to get into it. NBA action on 2K Sports. With David Aldridge on our sideline, and here with me, Greg Anthony and Steve Smith. This is Kevin Harlan. DA, it's all yours.
Well, the one-and-done draft requirement will be abolished very soon. In the meantime, the G League professional path has been introduced for those looking to come straight out of high school. A salary of $125,000, potential endorsements, and access to NBA development has enticed more than a few to pursue this new avenue. Kevin?
The G League continues to be a great asset for the NBA. Great stuff, David. Thank you. Well, we've got a quick moment now to take a look at the long-term rebounding numbers over several seasons for him.
It's a concerning trend for him. Whether he's lost some strength or just isn't putting in as much effort on the glass as he used to, he's not rebounding nearly as effectively anymore. And that's something that needs to change.
A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. Young and Herter make up the backcourt. Hunter at the 3 with Collins at the 4. And it's Capella in at the 5 down low. And for Utah, Conley runs the point with Mitchell flanking him. Bogdanovich out there with Rudy Gobert. And it's O'Neal in at the 3 spot.
The one thing you can say about the Hawks, they have drafted well over the past few seasons. Stole John Collins at pick 19, traded back for Trae Young, and the Herter selection. The rebuild may not be long in Atlanta.
Now, here's Mitchell. He's tightly guarded, and he finishes nicely on the layup.
I love Bogdanovich's ability to put the team first. When he sees one of his guys open, he's a willing ball mover.
And Steve, the Hawks not only identify talent, they identify guys who will excel in their established system.
And that system is finding value with shooters. They also look for guys who bring the energy and also bring the effort. The size of the player isn't as important as the heart. In his rookie season, a rough start shooting the ball for Trae Young. He came on down the stretch in a big way.
And he's got his first free throw of the game. And that one falls for Young. And some new records for Trae Young, the first rookie in NBA history with over 45 points and 15 assists in a game.
Kevin, also the fourth rookie since the merger to post 3 consecutive 35 points games. The others, Bernard King, Michael Jordan, and Allen Iverson. That's the company you want to be in.
Steve, we know it's a long season for the players, but talk about the coaches.
Kevin, you seen it. Those coaches that are on a hot seat, they have those bags under their eyes, no sleep. Those coaches that have a long contract and they're winning, they're pretty good. And I think the coaches that sleep well is the coaches that have teams that they know that kind of runs themselves.
Beyond the arc, they grab their own miss, and Collins is right there.
Keeping that play alive. Anytime a shot goes up, Collins is going to compete for it.
Mitchell with it, guarded by Hunter. Mitchell's shot is good.
Mitchell with the shot.
And so it's Atlanta with it. Here's Young. He's coming off a 31-point game against New York. Hunter, no one around him, gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Hunter. A very consistent three-point shooter. Hunter shoots it well from there because of how confident he is.
Took him no time at all on that one. And it's 8 points for Donovan Mitchell.
They have really found a rhythm here early. 4 for 5 to start this game.
In the corner, it's Hunter. From deep. No good on that one. So Utah will take it the other way. Mitchell outside. Young with the steal. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
He's fearless. Trae Young knows he's probably going to take contact. and it doesn't matter at all.
Here's Mitchell. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. Here's Herter. Over by Conley. And Herter gets it to go.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
No excuse. You have to be aware. He should be on your radar all the time. Taking things into his own hands this quarter, trying to keep his team afloat.
And you ask around, his coaches and teammates love Donovan Mitchell. The way he carries himself, really infectious, upbeat, but also a born competitor.
What's up?
And going into the 2017 draft, Mitchell was a sleeper. Maybe even Greg to himself, he wasn't sure he was ready to make that leap.
And you know, Kevin, it was the NBA players he was working out with in the summertime who told him, man, you're ready right now. And a season that saw him second in Rookie of the Year votes validated that and built his confidence.
And it's Mitchell with the jam.
Few players in the league do a better job of finding the open man than Mike Conley.
And here's Young. And the points coming for him in big bunches. His average stands at just about 29.5 points a game. Herter, no good.
Uncontested look. Can't fault the shot selection. He's money from there.
And it goes down 2 points. It's all knotted up.
Poor interior defense. If you play him soft, he's going to kill you.
Young with no one around. Bangs home the trifecta. Young's got 7 points.
Pulling up off the bounce, just another tool Young uses to create separation.
Here's Gobert. Again, the Jazz score.
I'll tell you what, I'm not sure these guys can keep this up.
Yeah, both teams in the zone early. Stops have been almost impossible to come by.
Now, here's Hunter. He's coming off a 13-point game against New York.
Yeah, but the rebounding in that game as well was just tremendous. I mean, he dominated the backboard.
Here's Mitchell, and he goes big with the dunk right on top of John Collins.
I got a feeling Donovan Mitchell will be watching this highlight over and over and over.
So the Jazz, their last game, a loss to the Oklahoma City Thunder. Here's Herter. Off target from outside. Mitchell with it, and Young picks him up defensively. And it's Mitchell missing.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Throughout the evening, he's gotten to his spots, and the defense has not adjusted.
Here's Mitchell, following the bucket by the Hawks. Again, Mitchell missing.
Wow, that's one you just kind of assume is going in. Tough luck.
To the paint, here's Herter. That's in, coming off the assist from Young. 10 points for him.
And they've had assists now in their last 3 baskets.
The drive by Mitchell. Count that one.
He's looking confident right from the opening tip.
And so it's Young who brings it up for Atlanta. It's a 3-point game. And Atlanta calls their first time out of the game. Smitty, interesting fact about Trae Young. Drafted by the Hawks, but he has a strong fear of birds.
Ladies and gentlemen, wow. I also heard he even had a meeting with their mascot, Harry the Hawk, to get a comfort zone with each other. They're cool now, but Trae Young, not a fan of other birds.
the playoffs, let's now take a look at what is shaping up in the West. You look at Utah. They've had a great season, and will look to extend that into the playoffs.
And I think for the Jazz, most of the preseason predictions were right on the money when it came to them. I mean, a playoff contender, but not necessarily championship caliber.
I agree. As good as they've been, they do seem like they're missing that true killer instinct that sets the great teams apart from the good ones.
Young with the steal. And oh, here we go. Young's got it. The fast break chance. Makes it off the glass.
Trae.
Young's got his third basket of the night.
You know, out in the open floor, Trae Young does an excellent job of assisting or finishing.
Mitchell's shot is good.
Mitchell trying to slice into this deficit every time up the floor. Terrific quarter for him.
Young outside. Pass to Capella. Now Hunter. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game. 5 on the clock, and the shot is good. Jazz trail by 5. Here's Mitchell, and that one falls, coming off Conley's feet. Conley's got 3 assists tonight.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
Now, here is Young. He's got 9. Over Bogdanovich. Here's Collins. Up and in on the layup. And the Hawks lead by 5.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
The drive by Mitchell. He trains the quick shot. Mitchell's got 23.
They are at their best when Mitchell pushes the action. His aggressiveness raises the level of this team.
Here's Herter. Utah with the rebound.
He is so good attacking the rim. It's rare to see him denied like that.
And there it is for him. Now just a 1-point Hawks lead.
Man, I'll tell you, when you get your floater game going, it's a tremendous weapon.
O'Neal against Young. In the corner. Herter with it. And the 3 ball is good. Herter's got 13 points.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Jazz. Well, we've seen it before. We're certainly seeing it right now, Smitty. The super team phenomena. Is there anything the league can or should do about that?
What I think they can do is being able to allow players to sign a longer-term deal. If a guy is, I would say, under contract for 6, 7, 8 years, then you won't see as much movement. But if you have these guys who are making so much money off the court from their endorsements, they're going to keep signing shorter deals, so they'll have the leverage to be able to move.
An almost entirely new group here. Ed Davis is checked in for Bogdanovich. Joe Ingles comes in for Royce O'Neal. Clarkson, he's checked in for Donovan Mitchell. And it's Moutier in for Mike Conley. Atlanta also making some changes here. Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for Capella. Carter comes in for Hunter. And it's Reddish in for Kevin Herter.
And a lot of teams avoid the mid-range jumper, but they seem to be using it well.
Fires from 14. And Davis pulls it down. And it's Davis with the ball for the Utah Jazz. Trailing by 2. That ties it up. Atlanta's gone 3 of 7 from three-point range in the first quarter. Reddish dishes to Collins. Kicks it to Dedmon. Inside, Reddish. And Reddish with the slam.
And really just led him to his sweet spot for that finish.
And it's the Jazz's ball. Moutier with the basket. Moutier's got the game tied up here for Utah. Now, here's Reddish. His last outing, we saw him pour in 22. Young, a good look in Atlanta again with the bucket.
I mean, a premier shot maker. Young plays with a calm and a confidence that belies his age.
From the baseline, and he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron. So it's the Hawks now. Pass to Reddish. The shot by Carter, nobody around. The three-pointer, no good. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
That's his first. And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
And it seems like Jordan Clarkson may have found his niche, Greg, as instant offense coming off the bench.
A perfect fit for a scoring-minded combo guard. Clarkson able to create his own shot and comfortable pulling from all three levels.
Andre Bembry's checked in for Atlanta. Teague comes in for Young.
One shot.
On the free throw, no good. And with this summer's acquisition of Mike Conley, Greg, the Utah Jazz hoping to make a step in the West.
And really, Mike Conley, their best point guard since they traded away Darren Williams back in 2011. Alongside Bogdanovich, a big upgrade offensively, and he can hold his own on the defensive side as well.
Now, this is why Gobert is shooting over 60% for his career. Highly efficient inside.
Carter, the pass to Dedmon. That one falls, coming off Carter's feed.
Great job executing the offense. That pass on time and on point.
Here's Clarkson. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
And I like that they're not settling. Getting the ball on the interior, 8 of their last 10 coming that way.
The Jazz shooting their third free throw attempt of the game.
One shot.
Free throw good. Clarkson.
And you know, Clarkson entering the league as a second-round pick, a little unsung for most of his career, but always seems to find a way to contribute.
And that one is good.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Wasted no time on that one. Ingles has got his second bucket of the game to go.
From that in-between range, they've been the much better team.
Teague dishes to Reddish. And there's the pass to Carter. Dedmon trying to break free. And it's Carter missing. Utah calls timeout. And the last two drafts, the Atlanta Hawks aggressively making trades to assemble this roster.
And drafting DeAndre Hunter and Cam Reddish, great length and versatility on the wings. And you pair that with Trae Young and John Collins, and that's an exciting young core for the Hawks. He's putting up 9 points a game, 5 assists, and 4 rebounds. He's been making the right decisions and letting the game come to him. Solid play all around.
He's not trying to take over necessarily. He's just taking what the defense allows and contributing to the cause.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now here's Teague. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. The 3. That's in there. Carter with the assist.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Hey, players love competition, and the fans love it as well.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
The Hawks trail by 7. Teague, the pass to Carter. And the wide-open shot from Reddish. Another 3 for Atlanta.
The defense decides to gamble off him, and he cashes in.
Here's Gobert. That one goes in for him, too, making it look easy. He's now 4 for 4.
I will say this about his shooting stroke. It's pure when he's got it going. Perfect so far this quarter.
Pass to Bembry. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Yep, that one goes. Dedmon's got his second bucket tonight.
Way to attack the interior. Dedmon really understands what the team needs from him.
And Utah again with the bucket. And so it's Teague with it. He'll bring it up for the Hawks. 6-point game. A tough loss coming against New York in their last game played. And it's Carter missing.
And his pure defensive effort changed that shot from an easy one to a tough one.
And you know, technically, it's a high percentage look, but this is why we play the game.
Teague with the ball. Just 3 on the clock. And some nice defense there to end the quarter. And so it's the Utah Jazz holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency and dictating the pace. And we'll be back with you shortly. Rudy Gobert talks about his expectations for the team.
Every year I want to keep getting better, and people didn't really believe in our team a few years ago. They were kind of laughing at us. When I say I want to win a championship, people are laughing, but I believe that we're going to win a championship.
Well, and as a competitor, this is what you should be thinking, and Greg, you should be talking about, winning a title.
For sure. I mean, it'll take a lot of work, but Gobert sounds like he's up for the challenge of proving the doubters wrong.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. What do you guys think about the Jazz here in this one?
Hey, why take jump shots when you can get your points at the rim?
Especially at the start. You want to get something positive going and establish your rhythm.
And so in the game for the Hawks, they've got Carter, Bembry out there with Teague, then it's Reddish, and it's Fernando in at the 5 spot. Now here's Moutier. They lead by 8, that's the biggest of the game, and he gets the bucket. Moutier's got 11 points.
Yeah, these defenders just look a bit overmatched, especially inside.
Teague kicks to Reddish. Pass to Fernando. Fires the 3. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Gobert's got his 6th rebound on the night.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
The Hawks trail by 10. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, coming into the 2017 draft, Donovan Mitchell wasn't sure he was ready for the NBA. Mitchell said, "I worked out in the summer with Paul George and Chris Paul. They were the ones who convinced me to keep my name in the draft. They said, look, you're good enough. Just go out there and show it." And Kevin, through a couple of seasons in Utah, that's exactly what Mitchell has done.
He has made an instant impact on the NBA and the Jazz. DA, thank you. Here's Teague, following the basket by Emmanuel Moutier. And with that, the Jazz lead is cut back down now to 10 as they pick up the bucket from Teague. Whistle blows, basket is good. So a chance here for a 3-point play.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
Defensively, Smitty, why do we see more full-court press in college than we do in the NBA?
The guards are better at the NBA level, and I think also your 5-man, who usually a guy who can't bring it up, they're pretty good at the NBA level. Just overall, Kevin, The skill level at the NBA level is better at college, so you can't really trap guys and pick on one guy who's not equipped.
And that one misses.
This is year 2 for Lloyd Pierce as an NBA head coach. Still in his early 40s, the Hawks, the perfect opportunity for him to grow and develop alongside his players.
Now, here's Clarkson. Following the missed shot by DeAndre Hunter. Bogdanovich, no luck. Here's Reddish. Oh, yes, he did. 5 up and 5 down for him so far.
And Teague knew that he would be open there. Great patience and vision from the point man.
They get it back. Davis, a beautiful reverse layup.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
And Coach Pierce works as an assistant general manager in the offseason. Steve able to learn that side of things and have a voice in acquisition.
That's very important. They are building something special in Atlanta. He's going to play a big role in that as well.
And so it's Utah here with the ball, following the bucket by the Hawks. And now let's see which rookies have been leading the freshman class in steals since the All-Star break. Second is Cam Reddish.
His steal rate in the second half of the season shows that he's figuring out the league, so they'd better learn to look out for him.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First one falls for. O'Neal's checked in for Joe Ingles. Atlanta also making some changes here. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Reddish. And Kevin Huerter subbed in for Bembry. And both free throws good for Clarkson.
When Gordon Hayward left the Jazz 3 summers ago, some expected a rebuild. Instead, they hit gold with Donovan Mitchell and kept on trucking.
Donovan Mitchell's checked in for Utah.
Donovan Mitchell.
About 3 minutes played so far in the second quarter. Hunter, the pass to Huerter. And Davis sends it back. In transition, here come the Jazz. Here's Bogdanovich, and that one falls coming off of Davis's feed. Davis has got 3 assists in the game. The Hawks trail by 14. And the heartbreak over losing Hayward. Short-lived, but the Jazz still needed to learn from it.
Very important that the Jazz retain the stars they developed. I think there were some lessons learned along the way.
Here's Mitchell after the basket by Atlanta. No good with the layup.
Great defensive effort, just saved a basket.
You know what? This is why you never give up on a play. You don't know what's going to happen.
Teague can't hit. Utah leading by 12. Here's Conley. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
Well, this is where Conley operates best naturally. In the paint, creating for others or himself.
Teague against Conley. Passes it to Fernando. The shot from the low post is good. Fernando's got 6 points in the quarter.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
That one falls. O'Neal's got the lead up to 14 now for the Jazz. And Teague's got the ball here for Atlanta. The pass to Capella. Pass to Huerter. Shoots from the elbow. Good for basket number 7 tonight on a not-so-unlucky 13 shots.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
Pulls up from the corner. It's good. And now it's 27 points for Donovan Mitchell.
Well, when it comes to carrying an offense, few young players do it as well as Donovan Mitchell.
Out to the wing. Here's Huerter. Off target with his 3.
Still trying to find the range. He hit one in the first quarter. Nothing since.
Now the Hawks moving it the other way. Teague's got the ball. That's good for his 3rd bucket. Now 3 for 6 from the field.
And with the way T can move in the open floor, there is just no way to prevent him from getting points on a fast break.
Mitchell's shot is good.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
The reason why they've stayed aggressive, and they have not let up this entire night. And at this point, I wouldn't expect them to.
Basket good. And it's 9 points for Teague.
And this team's struggles are not his fault. He's putting in work at the offensive end.
Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard.
The slam by Ed Davis.
The Hawks trail by 14. Pass to Fernando. Dishes it to Hunter. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Davis. That's his first foul. Steve, for players, success brings so many opportunities, but sometimes glitz and the glamour and the lifestyle get in the way of success on the basketball court.
You know it does, Kevin. A lot of these guys have a lot of things going off the court, and you want to encourage that. It's just when anything off the court starts to affect on the court, then it becomes a problem. Some guys can handle it from the beginning. Others need to mature before they can find that balance.
The Hawks have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
They may not get the spotlight, but the Utah Jazz are one of the best run teams in the NBA. They're run as a legacy trust. That means every dime of profit goes back into the team.
The Hawks trail by 13. Here's Herter. He's got 15. That's tipped. Pass break. Here come the Jazz. Here's O'Neal, and the dunk by O'Neal.
And I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen tonight. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively, turning into easy points.
Now, here is Young, 11 points in the game. Steve, you were talking about the reinvestment for the Jazz. An upgraded arena, new practice facility.
Necessary moves, you know this, to stay competitive. The Jazz fans love their team, and they're showing that commitment in return.
Passes to Herter. And again, Utah running the court in transition. And it's Conley that time on the assist by Davis. Davis has got his 4th assist in this one.
Running it down their throats. 3 straight baskets there in transition.
Now, here is Young. And he uses the glass on the layup. Young's got 13 points.
The threat of Young's jumper forces defenders to play him close, making it easier for him to get by his man.
Utah calls timeout.
Well, it's a players' league, but certainly coaching has its place.
Yeah, if that weren't the case, you wouldn't see so many coaching changes in the offseason.
What you debate, take it for clout, I know. Who running your house without staking it out if you ain't really bout that you say you about? I went a different route. I just go pivot the couch. I just envision the count, then I go get that amount. I got a beautiful house, but honestly, I skip the town and turn the temperature down. So someone dissed me in the crew, but honestly, I forgot who. This next thing was crazy is that it's somebody I probably knew. Me, I don't get it, no clue. That's just what you don't do. That's just a more I add to the list. I can't get no energy too. Why can't you put it on the wear? You don't want everyone to wear. I just had to lead a hookers, treating me like a celeb. I just went and cut my dread, but I got some beautiful hair. I am just searching for something that's real, cause they really know what they say. I gotta smile, but honestly, I put my boy. Sometimes I see him laugh. I've been away for a while.
And Utah making a change here. Gobert's checked in. Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for the Hawks. Here's Conley. He's got 6. Over Young. That one off the back iron and out. And Collins has got the ball here for the Hawks. Following this one, they get to host the Cavaliers. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. The pass to Dedmon. Takes a 3. Shot clock reset for the Hawks. Collins, good.
No matter where he is on the floor, Collins seems to invite contact.
A baseline J. Mitchell's shot is good. Mitchell's got 33 points.
Down the stretch, this is when they need him the most, and he is delivering.
Pass to Herter. Young outside. And here again, the Jazz in transition. Up the court they go, and it's Mitchell with the jam.
Failure to take care of the basketball against Donovan Mitchell, you're asking for trouble.
And here's Young. He's got 13. Pass to Hunter, to the middle. Here's Herter. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. Herter's got 17 now.
Beautiful location on the pass, as usual. Led his man perfectly.
Here's Mitchell. Here's Bogdanovich, but they recover it. And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. And Atlanta gets called for the foul.
And to begin his career, teams happy to send Gobert to the free throw line. His free throw shooting has been a focus.
The Jazz shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That one is off. Some terrific NBA players right now out of Michigan State. Smitty, we know that's your alma mater. Which of those guys do you enjoy watching the most?
Kevin, I really enjoy watching all of them because I've got a close relationship with all our Michigan State Spartans. Gary Harris, Draymond Green, Jaren Jackson Jr., Bryn Forbes, Denzel Valentine, and the list goes on. I love because I watch them and I know they're going to come out and play extremely hard because of Tom Izzo and the Michigan State brand of basketball.
Now, here is Young. He's got 13. Passes it to Dedmon. Tipped away.
Hold on! Kevin, you got to buckle up on that one. How about Dwayne Dedmon, the ability at his size to put the ball on the deck and make a play.
As hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
And here's Young, following the three-pointer by Donovan Mitchell.
Trying to attack the heart of that defense with great teamwork.
Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Mitchell's got 40 points.
From there, Mitchell's a legitimate scoring threat. Has a mix of creative finishes once he gets near the rim.
Reddish kicks to Young. To the inside, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Mitchell.
Taking a look here at some numbers for Trae Young. He's been on a tear since the All-Star break, going really to another level. 2nd in assists, 7th in scoring, and tremendous confidence and consistency at the foul line. He ranks among the top 15 in free throw percentage.
And going back to him being 2nd in assists, it's his ability to control the pace of the game, his peripheral vision. That makes him such a great floor leader.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Was there any steal in the 2017 draft bigger than Donovan Mitchell? My goodness, guys, Utah looks like they found a franchise player with him.
I mean, to see a player his age come in and just be an elite scorer is impressive. Very explosive in transition, but also in the half court. Reminds you a bit of Westbrook or a young D. Wade with how he plays.
2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good.
You look at the Hawks franchise, moved to Atlanta in 1956. Since then, they've been unable to advance to the NBA Finals.
Looking at who's out there now for the Jazz. Joe Ingles, who's checked in for Bogdanovich. Clarkson comes in for O'Neal. And it's Moutier in for Mike Conley. And Mitchell drops them both. Well, with Atlanta, I think they wanted a fresh start a couple years ago, Steve, rather than be a middle-of-the-pack team.
Yeah, and a primary way to acquire stars is to reboot, dump salary, and nail your draft picks. Then, once you...
Oh, that was something else!
A lot of great young players in this league. Donovan Mitchell has the edge and hunger right now.
We've got 1:23 left in the first half of the game. Carter outside. Outside Collins. The pass to Young. Offensive rebound.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Reddish. No good on the three. Jazz leading by 21. The drive by Mitchell. And again, it's Utah.
Ooh, heat check after heat check. He rises to the occasion, trying to will his team to victory.
Clarkson against Carter. And Reddish with the slash.
Oh, Kevin, not a petty, not a Manny, but a facial.
Oh, a bounce to the ounce, Greg? Yeah, showing off the bunny.
That time, a lot of young guys would have jacked up a shot. Patience. Man flashes open. Mitchell delivers the basketball on time.
Dedmon. And Dedmon throws it down.
And guys, you don't think this fella can do some major damage if he gets an opening to the rim.
G8, they just learned that lesson the hard way. They better put a little bit more effort into their D the next time down.
Well, the defense has to feel real embarrassed right now. They totally got schooled on that highlight reel play. One of the best young lob men in the business, John Collins, finished with an exclamation point.
And that one, good. And that's 13 points for Rudy Gobert.
And that's a lesson for the D. Fight harder on the glass.
Reason why, lack of focus, lack of communication, which led to second chance.
Oh, he got it to go!
Wow. I can't believe it. Woo.
That's a miracle. Are you kidding me?
I didn't think that shot had any chance of going in. Just shows you that anything can happen in this game.
Donovan Mitchell firing on all cylinders for Utah. They kept going to him again and again, and he delivered with a monster quarter. We come back right after this.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey everybody, welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Program. I'm Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. A tremendous start for Donovan Mitchell. He had a scoring performance for the ages, putting up an enormous amount of points, 2 assists and 1 rebound. And Kenny, what'd you see out there from the Jazz?
It was just Donovan Mitchell imposing his will. Physically gifted, coachable, and the man works tirelessly. So much heart in this game.
And Shaq, what'd you see from Atlanta?
Well, one reason they're getting roasted, a.k.a. blown out, poor rebounding. Way too many one-and-done possessions. I don't want to see guys dribble between their legs and shoot. Not enough fundamentals. Hey, box out 101. Maintain position 101. Learn how to play basketball 101. Things like that, Ernie.
And that should do it. With the second half about to begin, let's send you back to Kevin Harlan. Go back to Kevin Harlan. Go over there.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. It's been one outstanding game from Donovan Mitchell.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
And it's not like everything's been at the rim. There's been a number of jump shots along the way.
The Hawks trail by 18. Conley and Mitchell, the talented backcourt pair. O'Neal is out there with Bogdanovich. And it's Gobert in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the group starting the second half for Quinn Snyder. Here's Mitchell. It's hauled in by Clint Capella. Atlanta's shooting and offensive execution has been beyond great there. 63% from the floor in this game. He gets a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Well, the Hawks said they were going to be patient when they rebuilt their team, and they were going to do it for the draft, and they've stuck to that script. Now, Trae Young is probably the biggest name, but Atlanta's added a lot of great young talent the last 3 years. There's John Collins, Kevin Huerter, and in 2019, the Hawks added 3 more good young players in the draft. DeAndre Hunter, Cam Reddish, and Bruno Fernando. Things are looking up in Atlanta.
I would think so, too. On paper, it looks good. We'll see if it materializes. D.A., thank you as always.
3 straight to begin this half. Couldn't have drawn it up any better.
And stolen by Hunter. Oh, and a fast break for Atlanta. Lobbed up there for Collins. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Continuing to expand his arsenal. John Collins has become a legitimate go-to scorer.
Shoots from the baseline. Yet another bucket.
My goodness. 50 for the game.
Yep, he is putting on a show. Here's Huerter. 17 points in the game. No good with the triple.
But only the first miss of the second half. They've come out here with authority.
And then Mitchell at the dunk.
He has taken it upon himself to score the ball as much as possible for his team. He's not looking to pass it right now.
Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. And here's Young. He'll bring it up for the Hawks. He dishes it to Collins. Here's Huerter. Covered by Mitchell. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
They call him Red Velvet. Kevin Huerter, out of the University of Maryland, proved he can stripe it from day one.
The Hawks have gone 3 for 3 at the line tonight.
And typically a strength of theirs, 79% on the season.
Shooting 2.
And he makes the first. And Greg Huerter, the 19th pick back in 2018, sweet touch and at 6'7". Good size at the shooting guard position.
And the Hawks general manager, Travis Schlenk, coming from the Warriors with Trae Young and Kevin Huerter. The Hawks hoping they have a kind of Splash Brothers East.
Good on both.
We've seen him put a lot of pressure on the defense and then cash in at the line.
The drive by Mitchell. Lays it up and banks it in. Mitchell's got 54 points.
Firing on all cylinders here in the third. Only 1 miss in 5 attempts.
Here's Huerter. Atlanta again missing.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
I like that Donovan Mitchell's not afraid to attack the rim. He finished strong.
The Hawks trail by 18. Now Young. He's got 24. Yep, that one goes in there. Young's got 8 points here in this quarter.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash-mouth physical basketball, guys.
Last season, Mike Conley became the Grizzlies' all-time leader in points scored. He was already first in assists, steals, and 3-pointers.
Free throw drops for Mitchell. And Smitty, when it's all said and done, Mike Conley's jersey has to go in the Memphis rafters.
Absolutely. Over a decade in a Grizzlies uniform, he helped lead them to the best years in franchise history.
And so he hits both.
High character kid, well spoken. In fact, Mitchell's pre-draft interviews helped him rocket up the board.
Pass to Herter. No good on the triple.
This is the shot they wanted to get. Right guy, right spot, wrong result.
And Conley gets it to go. The assist by O'Neal. Conley's got 8.
Hey, whatever adjustments they made at halftime, they are working to perfection.
What it was, they are getting better shots, which has gotten them into a rhythm, and they're knocking down everything.
Embry's checked in for Kevin Herter.
DeAndre Bentley.
Conley against Young. Goes up the baseline, and there's another one for the Jazz.
So cerebral out there. You always feel like Conley's making the right decision.
Young outside. Draws contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Here's the thing. He's a guy who will go on hot streaks for you over a number of games.
Williams-Goss is checked in for Mitchell.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
That free throw good from Young.
And when you look at Utah, this team, year after year, seems to be more than a sum of its parts.
I like that they always look for guys with big-time character, unselfish, low-drama players, and there's a confidence with this group.
Hunter, the pass to Fernando. Clock at 6. Yep, it counts. 8 points for him. Jazz leading by 17. Here's O'Neal. The 17-footer goes down. And so Young will bring it up for Atlanta. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation.
Utah ball.
And now a look at the upcoming schedule for the Utah Jazz. On Friday, they'll be facing Drew Holiday and the New Orleans Pelicans. Then on Saturday, they'll be taking on Jonas Valanciunas and the Memphis Grizzlies.
And for the matchup with the Lakers, they can't come out playing timid. Just because they're facing the top team in the West, you've got to play your game, minimize mistakes, and if they do that, they got a chance at the W.
Here's Bembry. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Shots good from Young.
He has gotten into a terrific groove here, trying to wheel his team back into this.
Shoots from the corner. Rebound, Atlanta. Capella's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Down low, here's Hunter. The teardrop falls in. Hunter's got his 2nd bucket of the night.
With a number of moves and shots to choose from, Hunter is scary. Nice bucket there.
The Hawks trail by 17. Lob pass to Capella. And the dunk by Capella.
And hard to decide which was better, the pass, the catch, or the slam.
Oh, there's no wrong answer. Sensational alley-oop. A nice shot by Bogdanovic.
Yeah, Bogdanovic, a high percentage scorer, an efficient shooter, and he loves that mid-range area.
And Young kicks to Bembry. Here's Fernando. A rebound by the Jazz. Gobert's got 11 rebounds in the game. Williams-Goss. That's going to be out of bounds. The Jazz will retain possession.
Jazz ball.
Atlanta making a switch here. Teague's checked in.
Jeff Teague.
Bogdanovic. That's for 2. Here's Gobert. It falls for his 7th bucket of the contest. He's 7 for 9.
Rudy wanted it more than anyone else. He's going to be around for a long time. Look forward to watching him.
And Conley gets it to go. The assist by Gobert. Gobert's got 3 assists tonight.
And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
He is just unwilling to settle. He gets right to the rim and makes sure they come away with points.
Gobert with the block. Here's Williams-Goss, the offensive rebound, and the shot goes in from Rudy Gobert.
You know, I'm happy for Gobert. You hate to get pigeonholed as a player. He's been a force on both ends tonight.
T kicks to Bembry. Pass to Hunter. In the corner, it's Capella. Shot clock at 6. Over Conley. The Hawks again can't hit. And here's Utah. Good momentum, 8 straight points. Pulls up on the wing, and Utah again with the bucket.
Hey, let's give Rudy Gobert some credit for putting in the work. He can now hit the mid-range jumper.
Hawks, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Atlanta calls timeout. And over the course of his career, Mike Conley taking on more and more of the leadership mantle.
And he's embraced it, Kevin. And he said letting his hair down was a way of letting go and just being confident in himself. And while we have a chance, how about the numbers for Gobert? Averaging 15 points a game. And what sets him apart is his rebounding. And as you can see, he's been in peak form.
You know what? It's part effort, part instincts. You see teams trying to keep a body or two on him, but that's easier said than done.
Gobert brings the double team. And there's the call on Rudy Gobert.
Rudy Gobert.
And that'll be his 3rd foul so far.
That's his 3rd personal foul.
Carter looking around. Trying to end the drought. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Gobert's Davis dishes to Gobert. Knocks it loose. It's stolen by Reddish. Now the Hawks moving it the other way. And he lays it up and in. Reddish has got 17 now.
Love the recognition. Realizes that one is all him.
Sometimes that's the call. You want to be unselfish, but even more so, you want to be effective. He's been locked in all night, and he's taking good shots.
Teague, the pass to the Bembry. That's good, and so Teague with the assist.
Just a great job there from Teague to locate where his teammate was and get the ball to him on time.
Baseline try, and that one good from Clarkson. Clarkson's got 4 points in the quarter.
And they're leaning on the mid-range right now. That's 6 of their last 10 from that area.
Reddish kicks to Carter. Moutier against T. Here's Bembry, and he bangs it home with one hand.
You know, didn't need 2 hands for that slam. One will do just fine.
You're right. He can save the other hand for the next time. And Davis gets it to go.
Impressive, really, from that short 17 area. They are not missing many.
And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back.
Utah ball.
And here's our rookie leaderboard, showcasing the league's highest scoring rookies since the All-Star break. Number 5 is Cam Reddish.
As this season progresses, you can see his confidence growing. Sometimes you forget that he's just a rookie. I mean, he looks very confident and poised with his approach to the game.
They get it back. Nice shot by Gobert. Gobert's got 21.
Effort play, pursuing the basketball. Love how he puts in the work.
Now here's Teague. 9 points in the game so far. And Davis pulls it down. Davis has got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. And yes, it's good. He's got 19.
Jordan. Good find, and one of Gobert's advantages as a passer, he can see over everyone's head.
Here's Bembry. He's covered by Clarkson. Teague against Moutier. Teague can't hit.
And his pure defensive effort changed that shot from an easy one to a tough one.
And you know, technically, it's a high percentage look, but this is why we play the game.
And it's Carter missing. It's stolen by Reddish. Fast break, here we go. Bembry's shot good. Bembry's got 6 points in the quarter.
In the flick of a switch, going from defense to offense.
That was great anticipation on the steal. A gamble that paid off.
Got that bucket in no time at all.
Making plays inside the arc, Joe Ingles' shot looks pure from any distance.
Inside, here's Reddish. And Reddish with the slam.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. Got that one up quick. Clarkson's got 21 in the game.
I like that play by Joe Ingles. Doesn't have anything he wants, keeps the ball moving.
Carter dishes to Teague. That one falls, coming off Carter's feed. Carter's got assist number 8 now on the night. 35 seconds left in the third. Stolen by Carter. To the right side. Here's Bembry. He has 6. Over in the corner, Reddish fires for 3, and it's good. Looking quite sharp with 10 of 12 shooting tonight.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Reason why it takes extra energy to do it. You have to trust your defensive rotations, but it's worth it.
Here's Bembry. Launches a 3, and the last shot before the buzzer is off. Donovan Mitchell firing on all cylinders for Utah. With the points he racked up that quarter, he has broken his season-high scoring mark already. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, you also have the location of the pass. Puts it right where it needs to be, where his man can do something with it.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. A moment now to reset the lineups brought to us by Gatorade, all fueled up here for the 4th quarter. On the court for Atlanta, on the wings, Herter and Reddish. The big men are Collins and Dedmon, and it's Teague in at point. Here's Herter. He's covered by Clarkson. Over to the wing. Here's Dedmon. That's good, and so Teague with the assist. Teague's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. Here's Gobert. Reddish grabs the rebound. The Hawks shooting impressively throughout at 62%. Here's Herter. His 3-pointer's off the mark.
Hasn't been able to dial it in from distance. He has just the 1-3, and that was in the first half. He has really come into this second half on an absolute tear. Really impressive effort from him so far.
Outside Collins. The Trae. That's good from Teague on the assist by Collins. 14 points for Teague.
It's enough to where you have to respect him. Had one triple in the first half, now has his second.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Gobert going to the line. The defense couldn't do anything but foul the big fella.
Shooting for Utah, Rudy Gobert. Taking 2 shots.
No good on the free throw. And the 7-foot Frenchman, Rudy Gobert, former Defensive Player of the Year.
They call him the Stifle Tower. He's the anchor, the foundation of this team. He changes the complexion of the game when he occupies the paint.
Here's what Atlanta's going with right now. Clint Capella comes in for Dwayne Dedmon, and Trae Young subbed in for Jeff Teague. And he's good on the second. Well, we know, Steve, the NBA looking at lowering the draft eligibility age from 19 to 18. The one-and-dones would be gone. You like the move?
I do like the move, Kevin. I would just love to have a lot of things in place for these younger guys, whether they're 18, 19, some guys at 25. Just something in place to help these guys, especially some of the things they're having problems with off the court and also financially. Have some kind of third eye to be able to help these guys.
And this is where the G League comes into play, isn't it?
Yes, indeed.
Here's Herter, guarded by Tucker. Got a piece of it. And now Utah, fast break. And he finished it off with a lane. Tucker's got his first basket of the night.
And this is why coaches talk about playing with pace. The scoreboard tells it all.
It's a winning approach when you execute. That's the key. They're playing fast, but also under control.
The drive by Mitchell. And then Mitchell with the dunk.
Not surprised at all. He's shooting it well and scoring points in bunches.
Passes it to Herter. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a three-point play. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert.
You people see the floor as well as Trae. If you're open, he'll find you. The 19th pick in 2018 out of Maryland, Kevin Herter with the positional size and skill to adapt well to the NBA game.
Bradley's checked in for the Jazz.
One shot.
And with that skill level, Herter's a triple threat offensively.
Not just a standstill shooter, he can function as a secondary ball handler, creating for himself and others.
A nice shot by Tucker.
It looked like the defense just flat out froze out there. Clear breakdown in communication to allow that easy bucket.
Young pass to Fernando. The three. Herter, no good.
And maybe, he thinks he can shoot himself out of the cold spell, but I don't think that's the case. Maybe somebody want to ease up off the threes. Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
It's been tremendous job of play calling and execution. They just continue to increase this lead.
And he wanted everybody in the building to feel that ferocity.
And we did. We felt it. Even over here, we felt it.
They just won't miss. I mean, this is incredible.
Good shooting can be contagious. You see the confidence running through this team right now.
It's stolen by Jones. To the paint. Fernando can't get it to go.
Great defensive effort, just saved a basket.
You know what? This is why you never give up on a play. You don't know what's going to happen.
Atlanta's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Young with the ball. Now defended by Mitchell. Back to Young. Doesn't go that time. Good D by Mitchell. From the wing. Again, the Jazz score.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
This has been an impressive performance tonight. Even with a big lead, they've maintained their focus.
Jones against Ingles. 6 on the shot clock. Herter passes to Jones, and Jones with the stuff.
And in terms of size, not your typical center, but man, he plays as big as any of them thanks to that terrific leaping ability.
Wasted no time on that one.
You know what? Feed the beast. You got to look for him every trip down because he's been out of his mind this quarter.
And Young kicks to Jones. Here's Herter. And that comes off the assist by Jones. Herter's got 9 points here in the second half. And the Jazz call time here.
There's a built-in respect for coaches who played in the NBA. The Jazz, Quinn Snyder, never made it that far. But as a point guard, he helped Duke make 3 Final Four appearances.
For Mitchell.
Nigel Williams-Goss.
Utah's gone 3 of 3 from three-point land here tonight. Smitty Snyder, also an All-American in high school, 2-time Washington State Basketball Player of the Year in high school.
Led Mercer Island to a state title and then experienced coaching in college, the G League, and abroad. He's a lifer, and he's been around the game far and wide.
And it's Herter, top of the key. Young from outside, drills it from outside.
Trae.
Young's got 34 points.
Yeah, that's a great shot. Third 3 of the game for him, first in this half.
And the Jazz call time here.
Timeout.
And for a team schedule that includes 4 games and 5 nights, sports writers have introduced the term schedule losses due to fatigue. I just don't think that's very good, but it's the reality right now.
Yeah, it is. And sometimes, Kevin, you know these games, you travel a lot. Your legs are just done, and that's when you have to rely on a total team, play more guys. But it happens. You can't get out of this quicksand. You're going to have those type of losses.
Put your name and your ankles on a hashtag. Or I think I lost your ankles, get the maps app. You gon' have to run this back like a halfback. I got everybody talking like a group chat. They was sleeping on that boy like it. I make everybody fall off. Handle life all black like a Batman. Dribble too much, ooh, who is that, man? Put your name and your ankles on a hashtag. This too easy, it's like shooting on a trash can. Ooh.
Watch shoot this boy from Rooney, yeah, I swear I have no conscience. Hit you with that, yeah, drop you, pull up, then I pop. Always hit the target, brother.
On the inbound, and that one hits back iron. Hawks have got a pretty good rhythm going offensively, shooting 8 of 15 for the quarter. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
He's a natural-born scorer who leaves everything out on the floor. Young simply makes things happen.
2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw good from Young. Steve, it seems like criticism of NBA officials is reaching a very interesting level. We see players, coaches, and now even executives confronting these officials over their calls.
You know, I know we love the word transparency, but I think also for these referees, because of technology as well, we're seeing these players from so many different angles, and we want to talk about it. We're coaches and executives and players are the plays they miss. And I think that's what we're, putting too much energy in.
There's the pass to Fernando. Here's Graham, and finished off by Graham.
He just bangs down the one-hander.
Two very easy points right here. Utah's gone 3 of 3 from three-point land here tonight. Here's Tucker. Again, the Jazz score.
That's 10 straight off of the mid-range.
Atlanta's gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. Pass to Herter. That's in, coming off the assist from Young. Young's got his 9th assist in the game now. They are enjoying a commanding lead.
And it really gives them the opportunity to give their starters a rest. Always critical when you get ready for that home stretch.
To the left wing. He lobs up the alley-oop pass, and Jones slams it in.
And he pulls off the Houdini to make that catch and slam it through.
Stupendous alley-oop. Here's Niang. From outside, off the mark. And it's Jones with the ball for Atlanta. Here's Herter. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Yeah, I like that they haven't lost their aggressiveness here in the second, despite being down. And plenty of Hawks fans were despondent when the team decided to rebuild, but that dejection has turned into excitement.
The team plays hard every night. They have an entertaining style, and they have a lot of young talent. It may not be long before they're a real threat in the East.
The first one falls. You know, Smitty, Commissioner Adam Silver has been outspoken in saying there will be a female NBA head coach, and he says it's on him to help it happen sooner than later. And, Steve, we already see many women in various categories in the NBA all over the league right now.
So true, Kevin. I love the diversity, and it's much needed in our league. And I will say Adam Silver has done a great job of taking us in that direction. See, now he's getting defenders back on their heels a little bit, getting to the foul line here in the second half.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
And this is what happens when you start to break your opponent's spirit. The resistance is no longer there.
Graham, the three-pointer off the mark. Utah has gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Here's Niang. Shot is good off the back rim and in. And the Hawks with possession here. Pass to Herter. The Hawks working the ball around.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
Here's Williams-Goss. Fires from the wing. And Utah again with the bucket.
I don't know what Coach told him at halftime, but he is shooting the lights out right now.
Bembry the pass to Fernando. Here's Herter. The lead pass was put in just the right spot. Herter's got 12 now in this quarter.
Taking things into his own hands this quarter, trying to keep his team afloat.
Atlanta's gone 2 of 5 on three-point shots since the end of the third quarter. Here's Bembry. Here's Jones. And then Jones with the jam.
Excellent timing on that play and a wonderful pass.
Here's Tucker. There he goes again. That's his 9th straight basket. He's a perfect 9 for 9.
Ever since halftime, he's had his eyes on the basket and just crushing it right now.
Pass to Bembry. Here's Fernando. To the middle. And the basket by Jones.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Utah's gone 3 of 4 from long range in the game. Here's Tucker. And Jones pulls it down.
Missed opportunity. It's a makeable shot for him. He just can't get it to go.
Here's Bembry, guarded by Bradley. Steve, revenue's climbing. We're seeing some star players make $40+ million a year. Top coaches making around $10 million a year. My goodness. Do you think coaches are due for a raise, though, Steve?
You know, I think all parties involved, the numbers will keep going up, Kevin. The franchise values are going up to over $1 billion. So I think coaches will get a raise, players will get a raise, and the guys that are playing at a high level, especially for coaches, if they're winning, their numbers will go up.
Another three for Atlanta.
Kevin Huerter.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
You know what? They talked about this at halftime, and they're doing a better job of creating space.
In the corner, Huerter with it. Another three for Atlanta.
Yeah, coming down the stretch, they've become reliant upon their perimeter game.
You know, when you're raining threes, you can stack up points in a hurry, but it can go the other way as well.
The Hawks trail by 21.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will, and you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Jazz.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And so they'll be advancing their win total to 42 games.
And they've taken control of the season series. This brings them to 2-0 with 1 game left against this squad.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Donovan Mitchell.
High-level shot making, what we got a chance to witness. He responded to good defense with better offense time and time again.
And you know they feel good giving their fans a show here while taking care of business.
They're going to win by a nice margin. The effort was there all night.
Utah calls timeout. They're up by 19.
Utah timeout called.
36 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
The loudest and craziest fans get a free T-shirt. Let's hear it, fans.
My horn. At this point, I already got the bag. Chasing what I already had. I've been away. I made a whole career. I'll be having to say. Then they turned their back on me and out the gate. Now they my sons. I did not sign up to race. At least behave. See, I got Grammys on Grammys. I got awards all in my crib. Feed me Houdinis who wanted me to disappear. They want to replace me. How you replace top tier? You ain't no pencil. You just been here for a year. Yeah. I ain't trying to stunt, homie. Most of your career is just a month for me.
And now we've got a moment for our Jordan player of the game, Donovan Mitchell.
And Kevin, it's a no-brainer. He's controlled every aspect of this game, and it's just so fun to see a player perform at a level that's just higher than anyone else out on the floor.
I don't know if they expected him to have this much of an impact, but the timing couldn't have been better. They dropped 2 straight leading into this one and did not want to lose 3 in a row. "36 seconds left in the fourth. Another miss by Utah. And so Graham will bring it up for Atlanta. Here's Bembry. Kicks it out to Jones. And Graham throws it down.
On the heels of this run, you wonder where was this effort earlier on?
Well, the question becomes, are they playing that much better now, or has their opponent taken the rest of the night off?
Young taking his time here. And so it's Utah easily grabbing the win. It was a tale of two teams tonight, one that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, Mike. Congrats on the win. It looked like you guys stayed with your identity tonight. You think so?
Yeah, we wanted to just play our game, stick to what we do best, get the ball inside, score in the paint, just try to make easy plays. And I think that's what we did, and we're able to just build off of that.
You guys are one of the best teams at staying to what you do. Congrats on the win. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Steve Smith, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.